Hello, Tinkerers and Turians. My name is TV Skyen, and welcome back to Mass Effect 3, where we are on a never-ending quest to save the universe from something or other. I don't care. I just want to date cute aliens, and that's really the only reason why I play these video games. I'm trying to remember what the hell I was... It's been a while since I recorded this last, so I'm trying to remember what the heck I have been doing. And I think it was... Leviathan was the last thing we finished. Yeah, and we just barely got enough fuel to get back to a mass relay. Which means now, what do we have? We have more Leviathan that we can do. We don't want to meet with the diplomats because that advances the overall story. So let's return to Bryson's lab. Let's just do more Leviathan. Because Leviathan is a really interesting story DLC for the game. It's yet another one of those, It's yet, much like the Javik DLC, which really should have been part of the main game, Leviathan is one of those DLCs that feel like it should have been part of the main game, if I'm quite honest.
We need to shield the artifact they've got here right away.
Using Garneau's data, I should be able to accomplish this without difficulty.
Press the shield button.
Damn thing's been here the whole time. Why weren't we affected?
Perhaps the amount of time spent near the artifact is key. After a certain duration, it affords Leviathan an impressive mind control capability.
Well, Edie's a robot.
I'd call it dangerous as hell. Bryson's assistant tried to kill me.
Perhaps Leviathan was controlling him to protect itself, diverting people away from its trail.
Maybe. It just shows we don't know what we're dealing with yet.
Despite the risk, this artifact remains our only link to finding Leviathan. Perhaps we could find more information about it here in the lab.
Agreed. Bryson's team might have turned up something we missed. I'll look around.
Back to the point-and-click gameplay. I really do feel like Mass Effect would be a fantastic setting for a point-and-click adventure game. Data file. Let's see. Artifact. Hadley Derrick. Initial test. Artifact tests negative for infrared and ultraviolet emissions. No gamma or X-ray radiation. Does not react to application of various stimuli. Internal readings inconclusive. No progress in determining age. Guess I stayed here all night finding out that this thing isn't really important. Fell asleep at desk. Artifact is definitely inert and safe. Recommend keeping it here for reference. We should all be near it. May be more useful than Leviathan in the long run. Recommend we abandon hunt for Leviathan and seek more productive studies. Yeah, it's definitely inert and safe. We should all be near it. We should be near the artifact all the time. In fact, just being near the artifact is the best thing ever, man.
They were testing the artifact for energy emissions.
And found nothing. Still, I recommend leaving it shielded.
This one's still just gonna scream at me. Guess so.
Anything interesting about the artifact's structure?
It is not constructed of the same compounds used in standard Reaper technology. Beyond that, nothing of relevance.
Oh, interactable objects! Where are you? Bedroom objects? Oh, bedroom object.
A message from Dr. Bryson's daughter, Anne. According to my records, she worked with her father.
I'm at the dig site in the Pylos Nebula. Project Scarab paid off. I've got another artifact like the one Garneau found. I think it could be affecting people's behavior. You need to shield the one in your office. I tried to warn Garneau, but I can't get through. We've got Reaper scouts coming in toward the main site. I'm heading to the secondary base to grab what research I can.
Anne Bryson was attempting to contact Garneau on the asteroid colony. She seems to know something about the artifact.
She sounded worried.
If Reaper forces were approaching, her concern was warranted.
Let's hope we get to her before they do.
She said she was in the Pylos Nebula, working for Project Scarab. That cluster contains several systems. I'll call up the nebula on the galaxy map. We may also search the lab for clues to narrow down her location.
Yes, let us search for clues to narrow down location interaction. Ooh, paintings.
Can you identify this, Edie?
It originates with a pre-spaceflight culture, but there are none recorded in the Pylos Nebula.
Guess this must have been a culture that, like, saw the Reapers descend on their world and didn't know what to make of it. That's fucking bleak. Task Force Aurora. Current travel requisitions, Basilisk, blah, 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 blah. Scarab, blah, 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 blah.
Anne Bryson flew out on a ship called the Icarus. Can you track its movements?
No. The Reapers have disrupted civilian comm buoys. But we might learn more if we find the ship's specifications.
Is there anything sort of more on the nose than referencing the Icarus? Well, maybe I'm just biased because I watched H-Bomber Guy's video on Deus Ex recently, which just cannot stop going on about Icarus, flying too close to the sun.
Any correlation between Project Scarab and these unexplained creature sightings?
Not beyond Leviathan itself.
Ooh, scope.
Any idea if Project Scarab involved Element Zero?
Unlikely. We may learn more from the Project Requisitions Locker.
Interact with all the objects because I am a detective.
There are specifications for several ships here. We need to find the Icarus.
There it is.
The Icarus. Here we go.
The ship has enhanced electrostatic discharge cells. They facilitate long-range FTL travel.
So they jumped to the Pylos Nebula by mass relay, then flew to another system.
Yes. Otherwise, they would have chartered a less expensive ship.
Okay, we can rule out the relay system.
Hooray!
What about criminal activity in the Pylos Nebula?
Because the area is part of the Attica Traverse, criminal reports are unreliable at best.
Bryson's assistant Hadley. Do we have an update on his status?
He is in a vegetative state. The doctors believe it is permanent.
But the miners recovered when the artifact was destroyed.
Hadley lost consciousness when he attempted to answer our questions about Leviathan. It may have been a deliberate attempt to silence him permanently.
Access card. Any idea what it opens?
The Requisitions Locker. According to records, it was last used by Anne Bryson to obtain equipment for Project Scarab.
Let's see what Anne Bryson requisitioned for Project Scarab.
Thank you. Just gonna grab that.
Didn't take breathing masks. Water recycling equipment.
Based on what Anne Bryson did or did not requisition, the dig site was arid but habitable.
Get me a filter for systems with compatible planets.
Why do they have like a plesiosaurus hanging in the laboratory? Like why is that relevant? Oh, hang on. Data pad.
Does anything in Anne Bryson's work history suggest where she might be?
Nothing relevant.
Let's see.
Based on the search data, it is one of these two systems. Based on the data, only one system remains a viable possibility.
Good. Let's go get Anne Bryson.
Yeah, let's get her.
They're going to call for boarding pretty soon. I should...
I know.
Listen, I've heard ads for a place called Sanctuary. It's supposed to be a safe haven from the war. I want you and the girls to go.
What?
I don't want to worry about you, okay?
Okay. I'll see if I can get a loan.
I'll send a message for Neri's birthday.
I thought you were supposed to avoid sending messages.
It's a stupid rule anyway.
Yeah, don't go on Sanctuary, you guys. Maybe don't do that. Maybe you should not do that. Oh yes. Hey, dude.
Are you okay?
I've just been standing here, holding this for I don't know how long. It'll always be a part of me.
Your past is yours. No one can take that away.
I love you, but I know you. Don't make me an anchor. Promise me, Steve.
Goodbye, Robert. I'm glad you came.
There we go. And if you're pursuing a romance with Steve as male ship, you kind of have to get him to let go of his dead husband first.
Can I ask, where were you when the Reapers...
Would you shut up?
I'm sorry? I don't want to hear it. You humans think you had it rough? You know what happened on Karshan?
My apologies. I thought, since your homeworld...
Stop! Just stop!
What about the food we were promised? It's been allocated to the Presidium. Then contact Commander Bailey over at CSEC. Tell him Garrus and Kelly would consider it a personal favor if he could reallocate the shipment so these people don't starve.
Well, I followed your advice. What do you think of my new look?
You always look great, Kelly.
Oh, you. I don't know. It just doesn't seem like me, but I guess that's the point. Kelly Chambers is no more. Citadel records now show me as Felicia Hannigan of the mining vessel Typhoon.
Pleased to meet you, Felicia.
No, you can call me Kelly. These refugees have no place to go.
Lieutenant Steve Cortez. Shepard, after you left the refugee memorial, I met an old friend who was helping out colonists with logistics. She and her buddies are ex-Alliance pilots, damn good ones, who left the service to build a life on the frontier. They're homeless now, and when I told them about the forces being collected, they were eager to join. I've attached their contact information to forward to Hackett. Hopefully this can help. Thanks again for helping me through this. I'm feeling good. I think maybe I'll hit Purgatory next trip to the Citadel. Want to join me for some drinks? And that's sort of the awkward thing about Mass Effect, is that... Yeah, there we go. Because the game is built around that,
Here we had to evac another colony? We're losing a lot. Don't hear about the Reapers losing much.
Well, Reapers don't have colonies. Neither does Cerberus. If they did, we could drop an asteroid on them.
Because the entire game is built around this combat readiness meter, which essentially is just like a percentage gauge that determines which endings are available to you. This thing, military strength. Like, every single side quest, every interaction, everything in the game, sort of just, like, rewards you with more points on the total military strength gauge. And that's a little bit awkward for some things, like this emotional side quest with Steve Cortez, right? Like, where it's like he's learning to let go of his dead husband, and, like, it's like very personal, it's very intimate, but then, like, the game kind of has to end it with, oh, and by the way, there was a fighter squadron as a reward for doing this. Which is like, it's a little bit of that good old Ludo narrative dissonance in there, where just, but which also kind of thematically fits, because everything in the game, like the entire main thrust of the game is to simply find a way to, like, to beat the Reapers. Like, everything in the game is about building that military strength. It's a little bit weird.
Signal confirmed. We have located Anne Bryson's dig site.
Cool. Let's locate the other things. Fuel. Or maybe money. Could be money. Probably fuel, though. It's fuel. Please don't be banshees down here. I want Javig with me. Do I want anything for tech? I kind of feel like I don't. Because I'm probably going to be dealing with Reaper forces, right? So I probably don't need EDI or Garrus for this.
I understand we have reports of an attack on a group of scientists.
Right. Edie, can you tell us anything else?
This is the main site of a series of excavations established under Dr. Garrett Bryson. Staff records confirm the project lead is his daughter, Anne. She has recently uncovered another artifact possibly linked to Leviathan. That discovery must have made this dig site a target.
Yes. The attack means the Reapers are one step ahead of us. We need to pick up the pace. And since Bryson's daughter is our only lead, our objective is clear. Cortez?
Nothing so far, Commander. If she's down there, she hasn't responded to our hails. Getting some strange signals, though. Give me a minute.
The artifact she uncovered may have caused additional problems. Who knows what we'll find?
Agreed. Take us in closer.
Copy that.
I love those matte paintings, though. Like, that's what that is, the thing in the back. It's just a flat 2D image.
We have hostiles!
Take us in.
Commander, on the landing platform!
That's her. Okay, let's get...
Tracking multiple boats!
Get us over there!
Negative, it's too hot. Heading to lower platform. Hang on. There, go!
Jump!
It really does give the feeling of classic sci-fi, you know?
We have to move, Commander.
This isn't a dig site. It's a war zone.
Oh, hello.
Move! She's somewhere above us.
Okay. Other hostiles?
Hello? Is anyone there? I'm coming down. No! Stay where you are! This is Commander Shepard of the Alliance Navy. It's too dangerous. We'll come to you. Yes, okay. You should take the elevator up on the far side. Copy that. We're on our way.
Yeah, oh, the elevator. That's definitely gonna be working right now. What am I looking at?
Through here. Commander, they're swarming everywhere up here.
And bonk.
I am tired of Reapers doing that all the time.
Look for another path.
Yeah, that's not any good. Oh, ladder. Oh, would you piss off?
Looks like a bridge over there. Controls are broken. Someone try to fix it.
Yes, Commander. This crude wiring has failed. I'll need a moment.
Great.
The bridge is operational.
Oh, god damn it! Ah! Jesus Christ!
Move! That elevator can't be far.
Okay, no, it's dead. It's dead. It's dead. Well, there goes all my rifle ammo. Oh, you insist on the ladder. Okay.
This way.
Have a nice flight. Okay. Ammo.
I see the elevator, Commander.
Got it. And the elevator's blocked. Is there another way up?
I'll override the pod door near you. There's an
Commander, but you'll have to climb to it. Copy that.
Okay. Moving right along.
More of them ahead.
You don't say. Okay, sniper rifle time. Blast the bastard. Can I have some ammo? Oh, hey. I guess that explains why they were digging here. Reaper reliefs on the wall.
We can make it through here. Commander, they attacked my assistant Hopkins. We're being cornered. Stay hidden, Doctor. We're trying, but there's too many of them. Hurry.
Bye. Oh, there's gonna be a shootout here. Yep. I recognize cover when I see it. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay. Okay, want to get the husks off first. Hit him with that. Hit him with that. Hit him with that. And just... Oh, I like that rifle. Oh, hey!
Barely hanging on. Hopkins is wounded. Are you close? Moving as fast as we can. Hang in there.
Whew.
Coming down. Around. Go around. No, Boyles, stay down. Oh God. What's happening? Kirkwood and Boyles trying to run for it. The Reaper's got him.
Could you pull that guy so we can...
Don't move until we get there.
Okay, don't get out of cover. There's a harvester. Okay. Message received. Oh, hey, there's a little bit of tech. Okay, back in cover I go. Where did he go? Did he fall through the platform? Ah, okay. Just gonna heal. And another Ravager. Okay. There we go. Whew. Oh, good. Swarmers. Whew. Okay, have we got everything? Everything cool? Everyone alive?
The elevator's up ahead. Get to it.
Elevator's online. Coming up.
Please hurry. I think Hopkins is dead.
Probably. Yeah, that doesn't look like an alive hand.
He tried to run. I told him not to, but he wanted to help the others. Where did everyone go?
I'm sorry. They didn't make it. Doctor, I need you to come with me.
Oh god. Yes, of course. I was at another dig site when they attacked. I got back as quick as I could, but what's happening?
Commander, look.
I'm not sure, but it might have something to do with these paintings. Is that Leviathan?
Yes. Yes, we think so. It's old, much older than my father thought. And there, as if the natives were under its power. Clearly a Reaper, but acting alone. Not like any Reaper we've seen before.
Doctor, I understand you found something recently.
The artifact. Yes, of course. Incredible. It's just ahead. It may sound strange, but I'm certain it affects people. Their behavior. I've only had a short time to study it.
Not strange at all. Did you find anything?
Not much, but I did learn something about the energy it generates.
Get down! What are they doing?
That's probably fine.
They've activated it. I've never managed anything.
Doctor.
They've learned too well. The darkness must not be breached.
Shepard! Take it out!
Yes, Commander.
You okay? Cortez, we have Ann Bryson. Need a pickup.
On my way, Commander.
Copy that. You see the shuttle? You run. Don't look back.
Okay. Yes.
Okay. Oh, come on. Am I gonna have to fight the harvester? Yes, I am. Okay.
You need to get rid of that harvester.
Yeah, no shit. Oh, hey, what are you doing over here? Yeah. Okay, I think it can't hit me from there. So that's good. Might be able to cheese my way through that. I also can't see its goddamn health, though, which is... Okay, it is taking damage. Okay! Oh, would you go away? You're not even in this fight. Piss off. Wasting ammo on that. There we go. God, I love this rifle.
Okay, Cortez, get in here. Copy that, Commander.
Shepard, would you... Ugh! Okay, that was annoying. I could not get Shepard to take goddamn cover. There we go.
Okay, Cortez, get in here.
But what if there are things? Like, whether there's things I can pick up and stuff. Oh well, doesn't matter.
You okay?
Yeah, Commander. I think so. I blacked out.
Leviathan took control of you. We cut the connection before you got hurt.
Leviathan itself? That's incredible.
The Reapers seem as interested in it as we are.
Yeah, it certainly seems that way.
We were hoping you could help us figure out why. But first, Doctor, I have some bad news.
Anne, please. Suppose Leviathan's broken away from the other Reapers. Never went back to dark space. Like a rogue, or even a defector. I have to call my father. He'll want to know.
Anne, you need to listen to me, okay? Your father is dead. I'm sorry.
He's... what? Dead? He can't be dead.
We met with him, hoping to find out what he knew. Something happened.
Something happened?
You're not the first to lose control. Your father's assistant. 1 minute he was fine. The next, he drew a gun on your father. I couldn't stop him.
I can't believe this.
We have to find out what's behind it all. You're the only one who can help us. Anne?
I want to see his office.
We'll arrange for transportation and meet you there.
Okay. Whew. That was a little bit... like, taking out the harvester, no problem, and then getting killed by a freaking cannibal. Honestly.
Commander?
Don't think there's gonna be any crew dialogue, but maybe? Maybe with Cortez, actually.
If another harvester keeps me from dropping you off on the target LZ, so help me.
That's the bond. Don't let those oversized roaches push you around.
Mr. Vega, taking on a sky full of worm necks and a troop transport is like sending you against the Earth invasion armed with brass knuckles.
What, you don't think I could do it?
Shepard, thanks again for being there at the refugee memorial. I feel better. Everything's so much clearer now.
Glad I could help.
Ma'am?
Hey, buddy.
If Leviathan is a defector, a reaper that broke away from the others, then it is also a traitor. And traitors are never to be trusted, even among the enemy. If they can betray their own kind, imagine what they can do to you. How do you see with only 2 eyes? Evolution has taken a strange turn in this cycle. Your Joker pilot insists I call myself Prothi the Prothean. I insisted he allow me to throw him out the airlock. Commander.
EDI doesn't pilot the Normandy, she is the Normandy.
No, she's a passenger in the Normandy, just like us. The ship was a spacefaring vessel before EDI even existed.
Engineer Donnelly is correct. The Normandy SR-2 was completely spaceworthy prior to my installation.
See, EDI agrees with me.
EDI's mind and the Normandy are a whole entity now. You couldn't just move the processors in the AI core to another ship.
Engineer Adams is correct. Processes that contribute to my self-awareness are spread throughout the ship.
See? EDI agrees with me.
But unlike EDI, our brains couldn't have existed without our bodies.
That is a requisite from being organic. You have to look beyond that limited definition of life.
Joker pilots the Normandy. He doesn't take over EDI's body when he does that. When EDI controls the ship, she's piloting, just like Joker.
EDI doesn't pilot the Normandy, she is the Normandy.
No, she's a passenger in the Normandy, just like us. The ship was a spacefaring vessel before Edie even existed.
Edie can direct the Normandy with her thoughts. She sees, hears, and feels through the ship's sensor.
Adams, you okay there?
Her body.
I've seen Edie's body, and its curves are a fine sight better than the Normandy's hull.
So what do you think, Edie?
Are we more than our thoughts?
I'm done. Any more of this and my head's gonna explode.
See, that would have been a really cool plot line for Edie to have that isn't just played out in like an NPC conversation. Like the question about like if you are a machine consciousness, an AI, like could you take Edie and transplant her into another ship and would she still be Edie? Or is the shape and the nature of the Normandy itself something that contributes to her unique identity? That is a really fucking interesting question when it comes to transhumanism. Like the question about whether we are more than our thoughts and whether we are more than our bodies. Or whether we can be separated from our bodies. Like whether it's even possible to separate what my human consciousness is from what my body is at the same time. Because, like, having a body isn't just piloting a meat suit with your thoughts. It's your neurons, your nerve cells are connected to every part of your flesh. Like, your brain isn't just in your head. Your brain is in your body. Like, to a very real degree, you do think with other body parts than the brain. So, like, if I were to transplant my brain into another body, would I be a different person? And yeah, like, it's a little ship of Theseus, but it's interesting. Like, that's the interesting sci-fi stuff that Mass Effect never really gets to grapple with, and that's a problem, actually, as we'll see in the Leviathan DLC, because Mass Effect has this huge underlying subplot about, like, the divide between human, like, biological and organic. Like, that's the whole conflict. Is like, the Reapers are this machine scourge, like these machine gods that descend from the dark skies to harvest biological life, and like there's this whole tension in the center of the plot of Mass Effect about like whether humans and machines can ever really coexist, like whether we are all doomed to be destroyed by the technology that we rely upon. Like that's a huge theme in Mass Effect, and that right there, that conversation is a really interesting aspect to that, which just gets like handled here mostly.
Commander.
What is it with you and rescuing scientists from dig sites that have been overrun by hostile forces? If you decide to help her take down the Shadow Broker, I'm going to be jealous and somewhat concerned.
Hey, callback.
Good to see you again, Shepard.
I can handle the Reapers that run around, or the ones that crawl, or the ones that shuffle menacingly toward you, but it's the flying ones that give me the creeps. Not right now.
Okay, one more Leviathan mission in this episode, I think.
Hello? Anne? You here?
Just a little traumatized. Lost all her friends, lost her dad.
Anne?
Oh, Commander. Yes, I'm sorry. Just... this is hard.
Of course. You alright?
No, she's not.
Yes. No. I don't know. My father and I didn't leave things in a great state.
An argument?
Yes. It was trivial. A disagreement on how to file some of the specimens. I was mad about something else. I don't remember what. And I took it out on him. So stupid.
That's alright. I can come back.
No, please. I'm okay. Seeing all this again. He was so obsessed. Crazy sometimes.
I didn't get a chance to know him.
Oh, sometimes I felt the same way. He was a great man. A pioneer. But he could be distant. I felt like an inconvenience growing up.
Ouch.
You sound angry.
I was angry. Still am, I guess. But sometimes, he was so full of stories, he nearly burst. I loved that about him. It's why I signed up for this work. I can't believe he's gone.
We'll figure this out.
We have to. I need to know what's on the other end of that artifact. What he died for.
We need your help. You're our last chance.
You're right. Let me dig into my father's work to see what I can find.
Anne, you sure you're up for this?
Yes. When Leviathan took control of me, I remember being somewhere cold and dark. But my father taught me to never be afraid of the dark.
This is something that's a little bit of a pity, is that, like, this is a really good conversation with her about, like, processing grief and, like the loss of a parent figure. The problem is we got to know him, like Bryson, for, like, all of 2 minutes. Like, he just didn't get to be developed as a character. So it's like, it lands a little bit hollow for me, because it's like, oh, yes, a very deep emotional resonance with the guy who... like, who I knew for 30 seconds and then he died. Which is like, yeah.
I'm still amazed your father got his hands on a piece of a Reaper.
He was so excited. Your claims validated years of work.
Did you take appropriate steps to prevent indoctrination?
Of course. It was completely shielded, and we all had regular psych evals. But now, thanks to the artifact, I'm indoctrinated anyway, aren't I? Might as well be a Rachni drone waiting for orders from the Queen.
Well, you know, the Rachni aren't that mind-controlled, you know?
You studied the Rachni?
I wrote my dissertation on them. My father thought it was a waste of time, but now, it might actually help us understand Leviathan.
In what way?
We think of the Rachni as telepathic, but there's really no such thing. At short range, the Queen uses pheromones to give orders. At long range, she uses an organic kind of quantum entanglement communicator.
A what?
Whatever Leviathan does must be similar, entangling particles to stimulate neural activity. It uses the artifact to establish a connection, and then it controls the mind of anyone near it.
Organic quantum entanglement, huh?
Hey, Lola. Need a hand?
What? James, what the hell are you doing here?
What brings you down here, James?
Heard you're closing in on the Reaper killer. Anything that can scare those bastards has to be worth a look.
That's what I'm hoping. We didn't detect any energy emissions from the artifact.
But the Reapers were able to use the artifact to trace Leviathan somehow.
My theory is that most of the time, the artifact simply acts as a receiver. We'll only be able to trace Leviathan through it when it actively takes control of someone.
As it did on the asteroid.
Right. Unless it needs something, Leviathan doesn't bother communicating. I guess it and my father had something in common.
Oof.
You said Leviathan's control was similar to a quantum entanglement communicator, which is untraceable.
Yes, but this isn't a natural QEC. Leviathan has to send a pulse through the artifact to alter your mind and create the quasi-QEC effect.
And that can be traced.
Right. Just like at the dig site. The Reapers were tracing the signal by activating the artifact. My father wanted to be at that dig site. He was getting too old for long digs, but he hated being stuck in the lab. He nearly missed my graduation because he was on a dig. Showed up still wearing his field gear. God, he'd have hated dying here.
Commander, you see this thing? This is great!
James, please don't play with the dangerous alien artifacts.
Ouch!
Hey, Edie, husk bites, they don't turn you into a husk or anything, right?
I recommend you apply Metagel.
Fucking himbo.
Hey, if nobody claims this thing, we could take it with us. You know, for research or, I don't know, whatever.
I forgot about that. Right. You can take it. Fuck yeah, I'm taking it.
All right.
Mine now.
Just don't tell anybody.
Nice. You think Esteban will let me set up bowling pins in the cargo bay?
I forgot about that.
And I know this is hard, but if there's anything more you can tell us.
I don't think there's anything more I can tell you. But maybe I can show you.
What are you saying?
The artifact only sends out a signal when Leviathan's controlling someone. So let it control me. You could trace the signal.
You mean let it take you over? That's too dangerous.
It's my call, not yours. You said I'm your last chance to find this thing.
We have no idea what will happen.
If we wait, the Reapers will get to Leviathan first. I'm the only one here who's spent enough time with it to do this. You're looking for something to fight the Reapers, Commander. I'm looking for the monster that murdered my father.
We still don't know what we're looking for.
Then let's find out.
Commander, this thing we're doing with Anne sounds dangerous as hell.
Noted. Edie?
Energy signature locked in, waiting for activation.
Yeah, I'm sure that the recently traumatized woman who's intensely in grief about the death of all her friends and her father is making completely rational decisions right now, which we should definitely take advantage of.
You sure about this?
Yes. I'm sure.
I'm gonna be right here.
Okay. I'm ready.
James, drop the containment shield.
Shield is dropped.
Artifact online.
Anything?
Nothing yet. Wait. There's something. I feel a chill.
Edie?
No trace yet.
Holy hell!
Signal is tracking. Maintain connection.
Turn back. The darkness can't be breached.
Yo!
Maintain connection.
Listen to me. I found you, and the Reapers are right behind me.
You have brought them.
You are a threat.
So are you. I've seen what you can do. The war needs you.
There is no war. There is only the harvest.
Edie, do we have enough?
Partial lock. Maintain connection to narrow the search.
You heard her. We got enough. I'm hitting the shield.
Do it.
Man.
Anne, are you all right?
Yes. I think so.
Did we get anything?
Yes, but it will take some time to search. Coordinates sent to the Normandy.
Good. It's a start.
Commander, I sense something else. Anger.
It knows we're getting close.
I think it wants to kill you.
Come on, let's get you some help.
So here's one of the opportunities, something I've talked about before is, it's always a little disappointing that BioWare was never quite willing to really lock you out of something based on the Paragon or Renegade choices. Like, there's a lot of stuff that becomes inaccessible if you do Paragon and Renegade things, but they, like, something like that would have made that system really meaningful, that would have, like, really influenced it, is if, like, here, you can tell James to wait to drop the containment field, like, a couple of times, and that can have some, like, be bad for Anne. But that, doing that doesn't, like, get you anything special in the DLC, really. Like if you drop the containment field too soon, that doesn't lock you out of ever finding Leviathan. Like, you cannot fail because of your Paragon or Renegade choices for, like, major things, because BioWare, and especially EA also, just weren't willing to fully lock you out of anything, really, based on Paragon and Renegade choices. And that's always, to me, been one of the disappointments of the game, is that it has this moral choice system thing at the center of all of its social interactions, but it never fully commits to, like, no, if you choose Paragon, you don't get to see this bit. Like, this bit is just gone. This is just bye-bye. You don't get to see this, because only a shepherd who's willing to make the choices necessary to acquire these things, like make sacrifices of other people, in this case, like make the renegade choice, is gonna be able to achieve this thing. And conversely, there's no situation where, like, having a shepherd who plays by the rules gets you access to anything, like, really substantial extra that renegade shepherd doesn't have access to. It's like, at most, you get something like what we're getting here, which is it's gonna take longer to find Leviathan now. But that's it. Like, it's just gonna take longer to find Leviathan. There's no, oops, you lost out on Leviathan because you weren't willing to make the kind of choice it takes to pursue the intergalactic space creature. Which is understandable, like, because if I had paid money for the Leviathan DLC, right, and it's like, nope, you can't play it with your character because your character did things wrong, that's rough. Like, that's the kind of thing people will complain about. But it would also be the sort of thing that would make the Paragon Renegade system feel very impactful. Like, if I knew that it would genuinely lock me out of certain things to play a certain way, I'd be much more careful with my choices rather than just trying to maximize everything. Okay. Let's go scan for Leviathan. How much fuel do I have? I have full fuel.
I found something. These coordinates match our trace of Leviathan.
I found that really quickly. Got lucky. Okay, well, let's just go.
Cortez, what's the status on the probe we launched?
Tracking it now, Commander. I've confirmed that Leviathan's signal originates from this planet. Heard how, Anne helped us locate it. It's pretty spooky stuff.
Given the circumstances, what are we expecting to find down there?
Bryson's team called it a Reaper killer. From what we've seen, it doesn't want to be found.
It doesn't have a choice. We're here.
Yes, but then what? If this is a Reaper, how can we ally ourselves with it? They are monsters, never to be trusted.
Nobody says we have to be friends with it, but if this thing has the rest of the Reapers worried, then we need its help.
Commander, new readings from the probe. It's narrowed down Leviathan's location. You're not gonna like it.
Let's hear it.
There's nothing but ocean. I show a concentration of structures floating on the surface, but the probe's giving us a signal below that. Way below.
Underwater?
Looks that way. The shuttle should still be able to reach it.
That's possible?
Kodiak is spec'd to nearly 1,000 atmospheres, but I've never actually tested that.
Guess we're gonna find out. Status!
Some kind of pulse hit us! Systems are shutting down! Brace for impact!
I've survived far worse, Commander.
How'd
How's the shuttle, Cortez?
Checking now. I'll see if I can get power restored.
Look at all this. Whatever that pulse was, we're not the first to get hit.
Data padlock, Atten Brooks. The hull will hold, that's what they say. Whatever god watches over ESO prospectors came through for us. Despite a hell of a smack in the water landing, the MSV Monarch displaces enough air to stay afloat. We're all thankful we're alive. Captain Pratt even ordered the champagne broken out. Helps perspective, I guess. The big puzzle? What downed us in the first place? Kunshan says it wasn't lightning, but some kind of pulse. A directed energy weapon seems likely, but where would it have come from? There's no radio traffic. The whole bloody ocean is silent. Tonight, the techs are going to try rerouting the power to get a good mass drop before getting the thrusters firing. If all goes well, we'll be airborne in 24 hours. They weren't.
Shepard, it's one of the artifacts.
Explains why no one gets out of here. Any idea how old these are?
Old enough not to stink.
Shen Kunshan. Attempts to get airborne have failed every time. The damage done by the pulses, if you could call it damage, doesn't make physical sense. The connections aren't fried, but the Monarch's thrusters disengage. The distress beacon is likewise dead, but most of our electronics are still functioning. It doesn't seem to be a result of shielding. Without a distress beacon, we've got no chance. I hear bad things about the ration supplies, and I think that's why the captain ordered us to collect rainwater to set up tents on the deck. It keeps us busy. Brooks has been talking about using the Triton's weapons to try blast fishing. I agree, but I haven't seen anything that looks like a fish. I wish I were an optimist. Dr. Chilin, the rations will hold us 2 days more. Brooks sent a drone to the bottom and he came up with bioluminescent plant life. None of it is edible. I warned the crew not to eat it before my tests were done, but Romero and Mullins tried it anyway. They haven't stopped vomiting and their dehydration wastes fresh water. We sent Kunshan's team on a raft over to the wrecks. They came back with spheres, some kind of organic-based alien technology, and nothing to eat. I want to believe they'll give us some answers, but if they'd helped the other ships figure out what happened, they wouldn't be here now, would they? It's getting cold. Oh, he felt a chill, would you say? Ramos is our first death. He tried to throw one of the spheres overboard and something happened. Kunshan and maybe 3 or 4 others started beating him like madmen. I wish I was quick enough to save him. They showed no remorse, not even comprehension. It's clear I'm no longer in control. I held a funeral to keep order. The crew would have been at his body like wild dogs. We compromised. He will be tethered in the water to attract scavenging animals that we will catch for food. If he doesn't get a bite within 3 of this planet's days, we cut him loose as a water burial. I've sealed the Tritons off. They're dangerous, especially given the crew's mental state. My kingdom for a shark. Fuck off. The captain gets it now. He tried to lock himself in the ship, screaming that he had to fix it. We were gentle, 1 person for each limb. We let him rest on the sphere. Sometime in the middle of the night, he came around and now he agrees. We won't leave. Why would we? I think this will be my last entry. Everyone here understands me. If anyone finds us, they might feel differently, but that can be fixed in time. It's so good not being hungry anymore. Love the sphere. Be near the sphere.
Looks like a damaged Atlas. Different though, and it's not flying Cerberus colors.
It may not be Cerberus technology at all. Regardless, it doesn't work.
Look! Up there!
Reapers! They were right behind us!
Well, that's not great. Okay. What are we looking at here? It'll take him a while to get in range, but I don't want to charge into them. Cannibals. Bye.
Cortez! Situation?
Swapping out the parts, Commander. Hang on.
Oh, great. Yeah, just drop it right on my head. Why don't you? I should have equipped my ammo. God damn it. Just trying to throw him in the sea. Oh, come on, Liara. Uh-oh.
Cortez, I need that bird in the air!
Just a few seconds!
Okay. Yeah, that's fair enough. You can go down from that, Liara. That's actually okay.
Commander, I'm airborne!
Give us some cover fire!
Copy that!
Okay, that's not great. Okay. Not dead yet. Oh, would you die?
Another pulse! Hit me! Flight control scramble!
Damn it! Cortez is in trouble! Get to him!
Wish you were alive there, Liara. That would be good.
Commander, I've got enemy contact! Under fire!
Yeah, cool. Cool. Of course it missed.
I need some backup at the shuttle!
Give me 2 seconds, Cortez. Just 2 seconds. I wish aiming grenades was easier.
Commander, I've got enemy contact! Under fire!
I know!
I need some backup at the shuttle!
Can I have 2 seconds, Cortez? Just...
Commander, I've got enemy contact! Under fire!
I know! Bullet sponges. Missile launcher.
Status.
Shuttle's a mess, Commander. That pulse knocked it right out of the air. We're not going anywhere.
The Normandy could extract us.
Same thing would happen to her. And the landing won't be as pretty. I'd say Leviathan has some sort of defense system in place.
And we aren't getting out of here until we find it. So how do we do that?
Well, you might be able to use a mech. Looks like it's rigged for diving.
A diving mech?
It's a Triton model. Military grade, repurposed for deep sea exploration. As long as the seawater hasn't corroded, it should be good to go.
Well, if that's what we have to do, let's get started.
Wait a minute. Are we seriously considering?
First, we'll need to restore power to get that cargo door open.
How?
It appears we are.
These old Ballard-class ships are equipped with exterior power sockets. They use them for emergency repairs. You can strip the cells from the shuttle and use those for juice. Hang on, I'll get you started. Got a cell for you, Commander. Find somewhere to plug that in.
Oh, right, I'm gonna have to do this with, like, 10 billion assholes on my... Okay.
Another power cell for you,
Here they
Commander.
come! Get another power cell, Shepard! We'll hold them off!
Okay, that gets rid of one of them.
Got another cell here.
Stop draining!
One more cell, Commander.
Okay. Well, that's not super great. Oh no, there's two of them. And there's you. Oh my god, fuck off. Okay, got one of them down. Hi, how are you? Oh, this is gonna suck! Gonna have to play Ring Around the Rosie with him. He can't jump down here, so I can take advantage of that to mess his AI around. There we go. Stop draining!
Got a cell for you, Commander. Find somewhere to plug that in.
Yeah, great. If that's another brute. Oh my god! Fuck off! No! Okay. Hi, how are you? Yeah. Oh, great. Wonderful. That's fantastic. I love everything about this. I'm so close.
Another power cell for you, Commander.
Sorry, you guys are gonna have to be targets for me. Down, 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 down. Uh-oh. Now, 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 now. Uh-oh. Uh, 100%. Thank you. Yeah, cool. I can't fucking move. Yeah. Oh, Jesus.
Before they come back.
Roger that. Walk the mech back to me when you're ready to dive. I should check it over first. All right, Commander. Let's get you out of there, and I'll do a systems check.
Commander, risk is rarely a hindrance. But this plan, even I would hesitate.
We've come too far to stop now. The way home is through Leviathan.
Okay, SEALs check out. Oxygen pressure is nominal. Systems are a go. It's as ready as I can make it.
Let's go.
Take care down there, Commander.
Closing hatch.
Engaging systems. Ready.
Testing comlink.
I read you.
Here goes.
Commencing dive in 3, 2, 1.
Whee! This is my nightmare! I don't know if you know this, but I don't like the sea. I don't like the deep. Oh, so tiny. Ocean big.
Looks good so far. Copy that.
It's dark, and it's pressure, and everything wants to kill you! The deep ocean is more alien than outer space. Like, it just is. I don't like this. There really shouldn't be any light down there. Oh, the deep sea is bad.
Not sure if you can read me up there. Looks like I've finished the major descent. Can't see much from here. Suit is holding up. Emergency systems have come online. Life support operational.
And the little pressure gauge over on the right telling me that I'm sort of approaching the limits of what the suit can handle. Yeah, that's great. Love that. adore this situation.
Shutting down all non-critical systems to preserve remaining power.
Don't do that.
How much juice the emergency thruster will need to get me back to the surface.
Okay, maybe do that.
Don't worry about that now.
I don't
Some
like
strange
the
readings from the
ocean.
probe. Something is definitely down there.
But yes, thematically, this makes sense for Leviathan. That it would be...
Reading the probe directly below me. Looks like the final drop.
That it would be, like, that it thematically, and we'll see that once we look at the character design, thematically it works as, like, a deep-sea creature. Like I said, the ocean is as alien as outer space is, and that's explicitly what's being done here. Because, like, the deep ocean is the oldest repository of life on Earth, you know?
Can't see anything just yet.
I don't like the creaking noise! I don't like it. I don't like it.
Found the probe. Seems intact. I'm gonna keep moving.
But yeah, it makes perfect sense to identify Leviathan with the deep ocean, because, like, that's... The ocean is the... Okay. The ocean is the cradle of life. It is, like, the source of all biological life on Earth. Hi. And so, that, as, like, sort of the anti-Reaper, makes sense. Hey, buddy! How are you doing?
I had to find you.
This is not your domain. You have breached the darkness.
You killed a Reaper. I need to know why.
They are the enemy. One that seeks our extermination.
But I thought you were a Reaper.
They are only echoes. We existed long before.
Then what are you?
Something more. Your mind belongs to me. Breathe.
Anne? What's happening?
Your memories give voice to our words. Your nature will be revealed to us. Accept this.
The galaxy's at war with the Reapers. You defeated one. Why aren't you fighting back?
There is no war. There is only the harvest.
Then help us stop it.
None have possessed the strength in past cycles. Your own species could be destroyed with a single thought. But you are different. I have witnessed your actions in this cycle. The destruction of Sovereign, the fall of the Collectors. The Reapers perceive you as a threat. And I must understand why.
Well, that's probably great for the brain.
For the cycles, our kind was the apex of life in the galaxy. The lesser species were in our thrall, serving our needs. We grew more powerful and they were cared for, but we could not protect them from themselves. Over time, the species built machines that then destroyed them. Tribute does not flow from a dead race. To solve this problem, we created an intelligence with a mandate to preserve life at any cost. As the intelligence evolved, it studied the development of civilization. civilizations. Its understanding grew until it found a solution. In that instant, it betrayed us. It chose our kind as the first harvest. From our essence, the first Reaper was created. You call it Harbinger.
How did the intelligence defeat you?
To find a solution, it required information. Physical data drawn from organic life in the cosmos. It created an army of pawns that searched the galaxy, gathering this data. There was no warning. No reason given when they turned against us. Only slaughter. Only the harvest.
How did you remain hidden all this time?
Our extermination is not complete. Some survived and found refuge in the dark corners of the galaxy. I am their progeny. Over the cycles, the Thrall races were controlled, removing traces of our existence as we directed them to. In this way, our survival was kept secret from the Reapers. Today, we reach out through the fragments and watch for discovery.
Fragments? You mean the artifacts we found?
They provide a window into the galaxy. Tools for exploring the events of this cycle for the safety of this world. Through them, we watch, we study, and remain in the shadows.
You built that machine despite what you saw the other races experience. Why?
You cannot conceive of a galaxy that bends to your will. Every creature, every nation, every planet we discovered became our tools. We were above the concerns of lesser species.
No, they weren't.
Intelligence was envisioned as simply another tool.
And now we all pay the price for your mistake.
There was no mistake. It still serves its purpose.
Tell me about the Reapers.
Each harvest ends with the birth of a Reaper. Perfect in its design. Each formed in Harbinger's image. Our image. Each Reaper has the power to influence organics. Over countless cycles, this ability was refined, perfected, and gave rise to indoctrination.
But what's the point of all these harvests?
The intelligence has one purpose. Preservation of life. That purpose is not being fulfilled. It directed the Reapers to create the mass relays to speed the time between cycles for greatest efficiency. The galaxy itself became an experiment. Evolution its tool.
Will it ever end?
Unknown. Until the intelligence finds what it's looking for, the harvest will continue.
Do you know anything about the device we're building? It's supposed to be a super weapon.
We have watched its construction before. It has never been completed. Those who have tried still fell victim to the harvest. Its outcome is unknown.
Okay, you made your point. Will you help stop the cycle?
I have searched your mind. You are an anomaly, yet that is not enough.
Wait!
The cycle will continue.
No! You've been watching. You know this cycle is different.
We will survive. You will remain here as a servant of our needs. The Reapers will harvest the rest.
You release me, no one has to be harvested.
Nothing will change.
The Reapers know where you are. You can't just watch anymore. You have to fight. Even if you survive the battle today, the Reapers won't stop. Ever. Release me and we have a chance to end this once and for all.
Your confidence is singular.
I've earned it. Out there fighting, where you should be.
It's clear why the Reapers perceive you as a threat. Your victories are more than a product of chance. We will fight, but not for you or any lesser race. We were the first, the Apex race. We will survive. And the Reapers who trespass on this world will understand our power. They will become our slaves. Today, they pay their tribute in blood.
So yeah, that's DLC. That's not part of the main game somehow.
Shepard! Goddess! She's freezing.
Are you all right?
Yeah. I'm fine. Hell of a headache.
We're lucky we got you back. I've got Ann Bryson on the comm.
Good. Put her through.
Commander.
You feeling better?
Yes, thank you. I'm doing fine. What happened?
We found it, Ann. We found Leviathan.
Was it worth it?
I don't know. We proved it can't hide anymore. That it's a part of this war just like us.
Sounds like an amazing story.
One for the history books.
Well, I look forward to hearing all about it. My father would appreciate this, knowing the truth is out there. In the meantime, Admiral Hackett has asked me to join his scientific team. We all have our part to play. I should get to it.
Take care, Ann. And thanks for all your help. Shepard out.
Commander, I finished reading your report.
The Alliance wanted more intelligence on the Reapers. I'd say we got it.
Our people will be studying it for years to come. They're already calling it the Leviathan Codex. It rewrites galactic history as we know it.
Whatever else it means, it tells me the Reapers had a beginning. And maybe now we'll provide them with an end.
That's one way to look at it. I guess it's the only way. So go out there and make it happen. This is a big step in the right direction, Shepard. Good work.
Thank you, sir.
Hack it out.
So yeah, that's DLC. They locked that behind a paywall. The bastards. Yeah. Which, again, like I talked about, like there's this contradiction made between them, of the Leviathans are identified as being like from the deepest, darkest depths of the ocean, like the cradle of all life, and then the Reapers come from outer space. They are machine gods descending from the skies to destroy all. But the game also makes a point of like, yeah, like the Leviathan's not great either. Like they would turn everyone into slaves because that's how they think it's a cool way to be. So even though that they are opposing forces, they're still like opposing extremes that are not like being under the thrall of the Leviathan is not necessarily better than being under the thrall of the Reapers, as it were. And it gives a lot of context to, again, that central conflict I talked about, which is like the same as the conflict between the Quarians and the Geth. And one of the central themes of the game is this constant push and pull between machine and organic life, and the question about whether or not they can coexist, whether or not the relationship between them must inevitably be destructive, like whether synthetic life must replace biological life at all costs. And the question of what life even is, like, is synthetic life in the same way that biological life is? Like, if a consciousness can be replicated, is it as singular? Like, does a human being have a soul? Does a machine have a soul? And we will get back to that theme, believe you me. But hey, we got some total military strength out of it, so that was worth the whole thing. Let's see. A mixed species team of special operations soldiers have volunteered to covertly deliver Leviathan artifacts behind enemy lines. These attacks aim to make Reaper creatures thralls of the Leviathans. On a small scale, this could cause chaos and disruption. On a large scale, and if given enough time, it could form an armory of Reaper creatures dedicated to exterminating their own kind. The team's major limiting factors are the small number of artifacts and the reluctance of Alliance commanders to operate openly with such a potent weapon for fear the Reapers might develop a countermeasure. Cool! Super great! Let's see. Anne. Dr. Anne Bryson has survived her ordeal with Leviathan's artifact and retains most of her mental faculties. Her research into paleotechnology could be useful in understanding the Prothean device and the laws of high-energy physics that the Reapers seem to ignore. But, like, that whole context... The whole context that the Reapers are...
So, Reapers don't have colonies. You can't bomb them, or you're bombing what's left of your own planet. They make their own soldiers out of our civilians. They don't have supply lines. How do you beat something like that?
I'll let you know if I think of something.
Like, the whole central thing that the Reapers are to the Leviathans as the Geth are to the Quarians is like, for me, that is so thematically central. Like, that's so thematically central to the entire Mass Effect franchise that it's like, it boggles my fucking mind that this was DLC. Fuck you, BioWare. Fuck you, EA.
So the Reapers did not fully exterminate their creators. That suggests they are fallible, even on large or long-term scales. Maximum dynamic pressure is approaching. Throttle down for minimal resistance.
Thanks, Mom.
If that is how you categorize me, I will tell you to stop slouching. Hello, Shepard.
Commander?
What? No quip about the about the proto-Reapers hiding in the ocean? Okay.
At your service. I can only imagine talking to something so huge, so alien. I hope it helps against the Reapers. Perhaps we can talk later.
I have studied your human religions, Commander. Your devil and his fall. Leviathan and its kind deserve the same fate. Seeing all these primitives flying spaceships is unexpected and very dangerous. For one who claims to be an expert on my people, your Asari knows very little.
Yeah, well, she is working with whatever was left behind after you guys got your asses kicked by the Reapers, so, you know.
Can't say I was happy sending you down in that submersible by yourself. Don't know why I ever worry about you. Take on ancient aliens from the deep? Sure, no problem.
Commander?
With the Leviathan on our side, maybe we pull this thing off after all.
Maybe.
Hey.
Darn it. Hate it when I accidentally skip dialogue. And that is probably a fairly decent place, I think, to cut an episode. So, if you've enjoyed hanging out in the world of Mass Effect 3 with me and complaining about how EA locked this shit behind DLC paywall, you can hit the like, comment, and or subscribe. Like, you could just integrated it naturally into the story instead of like, because when it's DLC, it becomes this thing that's like accessible at a weird, like there's no natural flow into like when you find the Leviathan and the revelations that it creates in terms of how you understand it. Anyway, you can hit like, comment, and subscribe if you want to watch more Mass Effect episodes before everyone else. You can become a member of the channel because that'll get you, well, I mean, that'll get you early access to episodes before they go live for everyone else, like I said. And outside of that, you can also show up on my twitch.tv/tvscan, where I record these things live. That's also a way to get to watch them early. Outside of that, thanks for watching. Remember to wear a mask and wash your hands, take vaccines, and act with kindness towards those who are less fortunate than yourself.